What's up, squad? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chandelier. I'm a licensed esthetician. I'm a YouTuber, and today I'm going to work. But before you know, I had to make that coffee run, girl, because it was early, and I'm not used to working that early. Hit a thumbs up if you like this video in advance, because I know you fucking will, girl. And also subscribe to my Tribe Squad if you haven't already, and let's pull up on my space. So I had a client decide to book me last minute, and he paid that last minute fee. I'm gonna guarantee you that, but I'm happy to do it anytime. Typically, I don't work the same day at my spa that I work at my part-time job, but you know, girl gotta get that bag. So we just got here. The time is probably like 6:30 a.m. Like I said, he paid that fee, okay? And yeah, I'm getting ready to do my thing. It's a wax, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about that. But just, you know, you see me out here. You see it? You see the space? You see me glowing? Okay, okay. Good morning, you guys. So I am all set up for my client this morning. I did have a client book me this morning. So I am doing a wax. I'm doing a butt wax. It's his first time getting this done, so I think he might want to venture into doing a manzillion too, but we're gonna start here, and so I'm getting ready to do that. I've got my wax pot ready. I've got all of my supplies. He's probably not gonna be comfortable with me filming, so I'm gonna do the wax, and then I will come back and chat with you guys for a little bit. Yay, so my business license did come in. It makes me so excited to see that my business is official. Obviously, it had been official, but you know what I mean. All right, guys, so I just finished up my wax. I do charge this client a premium to do his waxes, so he pays a premium. But he's comfortable paying a premium because he gets the time frame that he wants. So I'm pretty much just cleaning up my room after my appointment. I love waxing, you guys. It's so funny because when I was in school and even like some of my early videos, girl, I just hated it, but I love it so much. I love doing facials. Like, they'll always have my heart, but something about waxing. And I think here's what it is. You can do, like I said 30 minutes. That wax took me probably 20 minutes, honestly. And that's because I was just taking my time. You know, I could have waxed that so much faster. And as you wax, you just get better and better. And also, what I like about it is the instant gratification that you have that something's been done. And I mean, it takes less time and you can charge as much as a facial dang there. So it's like, what? I'm a wax, okay? I don't know about you, but I'm a wax. I get it. If you don't want to specialize in waxing, I'm not here to tell you what to specialize in, because really I didn't foresee myself going into that. But I owe a lot of my comfort with waxing to my first job as an esthetician, because I had so many waxing clients, and literally 85% of my waxing clients followed me. So that's why I'm saying, like, some services, it's just worth it, you know? And I love waxing, so. And I love facials, so I love it all. I just love being SD. So this is another day of work, girls. So, you know, we're pulling up on the job, and we're about to go in here and work. I'm going to give you guys like an update too on how I feel running my own business since it's been a month, which is crazy. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. But yeah, it's been a month. It's been 2 months really since I like got everything started, but it's been a month taking clients. And so here's another client. She's here for a facial. I had a wax client before that, but I couldn't record, so I'm showing you what I can record. And so yeah, I'm just doing a basic facial on her, but again, I'm going to go back to the update because I get so many questions about how do I feel working for myself versus working for a spa. You know, it's different. So I think the spa that I was working for compared to working for myself, I feel light years better about it because I make all of the money. Now, obviously, I do have the overhead of rent and purchasing back bar myself. If you don't know what back bar is, it's the products that you need to perform your services. So I absorb all of that cost now. But here's what really helped me decide. So I was talking to one of my mentors, and I was like, you know, I just feel like for what I'm doing at this spa that I worked at before, I feel like them getting 50% of my commission just seems asinine, honestly. And 50% in this industry, a 50-50 split is almost unheard of. Usually it's 70-30, 70 them, 30 you. But don't be afraid to negotiate that, girl. Okay? And if they are not willing to meet your price, like maybe it's just not for you. But I originally started working there because I wanted to gain experience. I did not get as much experience as I wanted when I was in school. And I felt like I wasn't the best waxer. I knew a little bit about skincare, but obviously, like people who had real skin concerns, they were not pulling up on a school for people to play on their face. So, working at this spa that I worked at, which was a luxury spa, I was able to learn a lot really quickly. I learned about very sensitive skin that gets really pink when it's touched under steam or anything. You could just touch their face, girl, and they're like beet red. So I learned how to work with that. I learned how to work with aged skin. Well, I don't want to call it aged. I want to call it like loved skin because that's really what I call it in real life. But so I had a lot of experience. I gained a lot of experience over time, on their dime. Like, yeah, I was exchanging a service to be paid while I was there, but also I was growing the entire year that I worked there. So I do highly encourage people to get that experience if you can. I get it, just getting out there, making it happen. But here's what happened for me, and this is why I think I can say that I make more money now. When I was working at this spot, okay, girl, first of all, real quick, you see her before? Okay, look at her before. She had a little bit of makeup on, but you can tell she's dealing with dry skin. She does deal with pigmentation. Boom, bitch. You see the glow. You see it. All that dead skin gone. Pores small, extracted. What are you talking about? Look at it. Yeah, you've got hyperpigmentation, but we're fading it. We're working on it. And that's my goal, is to teach people about healthy, glowing skin. Okay, so back to the update. Oh, real quick, here's what it looks like in the back area of my studio space. It's so cute. I always tell people, make sure you are looking for a place that matches your price point. Okay, so if you're going to charge $125 for a facial, it needs to look like that in the area. Okay, people want to feel the ooh-ah sensations. Location is everything. So yeah, we're going into a pretty detailed facial, so I'm going to talk to you about it a little bit, but I'm also putting up products. So if you want to screenshot, feel free. If you want to run it back, you can. But I'm showing you the products that I'm using as I do this facial. But I think it's really important that I talk to you guys about my transition into being my own boss. So initially, I was so afraid going out on my own because I've owned a business before, so I know what it feels like. I've dealt with it. It's not the best experience when you don't know what you're doing. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. And I feel like I was able to eliminate several of my mistakes because I was working at a spa. So I learned how to wax. I improved my waxing speed. When I first started doing leg waxes, it took me like an hour. No bullshit. And now I can do a full leg wax in like 20 minutes, 15 minutes top. I mean, like I say 20 minutes top, 15 minutes really just blasting through it. Back waxes, chest waxing, Brazilians, Manzilians, but you name it, I can do it. And I feel comfortable and confident in my skills. And I didn't have to stress about paying rent while I was learning these skills. The other thing that I think was a benefit is I had built a clientele in the time that I was working there. I was fostering a relationship with the clients that were coming in. Even if it wasn't a client that I had brought in myself, I made sure they then had a relationship with me. So when it was time for me to leave, I literally was just taking their appointment at my spa and scheduling them for an appointment at my new space because I had already built that relationship. It was no brainer for them to just switch locations. They weren't coming for that location. They were coming for me. And I mean, some of it was location. So I kind of tried to stay a little close. I did lose about 15% of my clients. But I associate that with the cost of doing business. They probably weren't going to follow me anyway type thing. You know what I mean? So when I started taking clients, I didn't have to do a grand opening. It wasn't like a huge announcement. I literally just kept on rolling like I never stopped. And now all of my clients that I was servicing over here were just being serviced here. I left with 66 clients, you guys. 66 clients. I don't think about paying my rent because I don't have to. I have an established clientele base, and I truly do contribute most of that to being, in a space before. And so I think if you can gain the skill set before you're really on the hook for bills and rent, the better. That would be my best advice. I did not feel confident starting my business until I had about 3.5 months, 6 months saved of rent. And I'll be honest, I had about 6 months of it saved up, you guys. So, because you're going to have to pay a deposit, you're going to have to pay for business insurance, you're going to have to pay for an LLC, website, a subscription for your booking site, like all of this stuff, you guys. It is not cheap. And if you have money, then it's easier to make money. That is a true saying. So I'm not here to discourage you, because I truly think that if you wanted to and you are ambitious enough, you can get out there and you can grind. But it is going to take money. And if anybody tells you it doesn't, they are lying to you. Do not believe them. They are lying. Okay? It probably costed me, It probably cost me about, for everything that you see in my space, probably 5 or 6 grand total. My bed alone's 12 grand, right? And I have $1,000 worth of product dang there. I have, it's $600 for rent. My insurance is, $40. I pay a phone bill. I pay for a subscription service, a hot towel warmer, decor, linens. Like, it adds up. So the more money you have, the better, is all I'm telling you. Okay. I'm just trying to be super transparent. Like, I get it. We want to be somewhere, but like, if your journey's just not there yet, like, don't rush it, because when you rush things, that's when it comes out unfinished, or when something gets missed, or then you're stressed and you trip when someone cancels. Like, I don't ever trip if somebody cancels an appointment. It's like, okay, cool. Like, I have that money saved. I'm not living and breathing on their appointment, and typically I can try to fill the spot, because I have enough clients that I'm not stressed, and I'm always asking my clients to refer new clients. And so, 1 month update on running my own business. It has been phenomenal. Oh my gosh, I've loved it. I've loved every second. I get so much time back with my family. I make my own hours. I set my own pricing. I did just increase my prices. When I went out on my own, I actually got experience increasing pricing at the spa that I was working at. When I started there, they had facials for $65. I increased their pricing 3 times. I went from 65 to 75 to 85 to 90 by the time I left. I did them a favor, okay? Because what? We're not doing facials for $65. We're just not. Not all of the experience that I have, it's not happening. So now my facials are $95 in my own space, and then I also offer a premium facial for $125, and that facial includes the hand and arm massage. $95 does not include it. I'm sorry. I really had to start differentiating a little bit between my facials, which was a mistake I think I made in the beginning. But when people don't know what to book, having a little bit more of a concise menu is better than having so many options. And then you could do add-ons. Like, I can add on high frequency for $10. And, there you go. You take a $90 facial to $100. Or a $95 facial, a little bit more. So it just pays to, again, have that experience. I told you guys in these previous videos, this was why I was doing it. I was planning for this moment. I don't do anything without thinking about my next move and my exit strategy. So let me tap into this facial real quick and just tell you guys what you're watching, because I know you're like, what is going on? So this client here, such a sweet pea, such a gem. so incredible. Such a, just like, I love having her in my space. So both of the young Black women that I showed you on here are both business owners. And I love to see it, and I'm always gonna celebrate it. But yeah, so the first one owned a party bus, which was so cute. It's for little girls who want to do like a spa day. Oh my God, I love it. And then this young lady right here, she owns a permanent makeup artist. A permanent makeup brand. So she is a permanent makeup artist. Girl, if I could just get words out, okay? She came all the way from Georgia to come get this facial. No, she came to see her family, but while she was in town, she decided to get on my books. We go back, way back, like 4 flats on a Cadillac. Okay, we used to work together at Hooters when I was much younger, girl. This was like 15 years ago. Crazy. No, 15 years ago, I wouldn't have been old enough to work there, but it was 10 years ago, girl, and that ain't no joke. So yeah, it was so cool getting to catch up and see how her life is going and just helping her with her skin. She does deal with PCOS and hyperpigmentation. I have found that I am wanting to specialize in clients who do have PCOS. It's just something that I feel really passionate about, helping these clients feel beautiful in their skin. Obviously, I'm not a medical professional, so I can only help them from the skin perspective, but I'm happy to do that. And so, yeah, she came to me talking about dull skin. She felt like her skin was flaking off. She had a bunch of little white spots that were from dead skin cells. So I used a bunch of enzymes to exfoliate that. And if you don't know which enzymes I used, you can go all the way back and you can see the ones that I did use because I did show them on camera. It was the BioElements enzyme therapy and the emergency soothing powder mixed together to exfoliate the surface of her skin. I did use the Circadia micro exfoliating honey cleanser so we could exfoliate the dead skin cells, and I used a simple silicone scrubber just to give her a deep clean. She did book a 90-minute facial with me, so she's getting the top luxe Skin is In experience. If you don't know, Skin is In is the name of my business. You can follow us on Instagram. I do expect to expand this year because I can already tell I am only one person and I have a wait list. So I do plan on growing and expanding, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so that's kind of where the facial is right now. The mask that you see me using right now is the Australian Superberry Antioxidant Mask mixed with a little bit of Amendola milk cleanser. This mask is good for brightening the overall complexion, balancing and hydrating at the same time. It is just a very, very good mask for those who deal with dark spots or anything like that. Another thing that I love about Circadia is the fact that their products truly do work on all skin types. That is just so important to me. I love helping and treating skin of color, people of color. It's a specialty of mine. I obviously know that everybody does deserve skincare. However, when I was growing up, you didn't really see people like me in the beauty industry. And so to be someone who is a representation and not only someone that people like me can come to me, that is what I do it for. So I think there's somebody out there for everyone. And my goal is to make sure that there's somebody out there for people who look like me. So I don't know what your goals are in skincare. You let me know in the comment section. I'm always down to hear about your journey, what you see yourself doing, what you want to specialize in, and whatnot. So yeah, the second mask that you see me use was the Golden Honey Nourishing Mask mixed with a little of the Marshmallow Whip Mask. I'm calling this the Golden Whip Mask just because it is a whipped honey. I'm calling it the Golden Honey Whip Mask. So it's just whipped together. It's ultra hydrating. It kind of stimulates the skin. It gets a little warm and tingly. It leaves them hydrated and glowy and fresh, and it just looks so good on them. And now I'm using like my jade stone and my rose quartz stone, my crystals, to work it in. And I obviously always talk about Reiki, girls, so I'm always balancing energy when my clients come in and they trust me with their insecurities. So the last thing I'm going to say about owning my own business is what really was the deciding factor, and I touched on this a little bit and then I got off subject, so I'm back on, girl. Real quick, hit the thumbs up if you like this video, if you like the update and you could see yourself doing this one day. Yeah. I sat down and I looked at how much money the spa I was working for was making versus how much I was getting out of their, business. It should be beneficial for you. And I was doing all of the marketing, all of the advertising. I was planning out all the products and stuff. I was performing the services, and I just felt like for what I was giving, 50% didn't seem sufficient to me. I don't feel like they deserved it. If maybe it was 70 my way, 30 them, then maybe I would have felt different, but that's just the nature of the beast. And obviously they provided a room for me to do a great service, and they had an established reputation. So I did get something out of it. It's just I think I had outgrown what I was getting initially when I had first started. I have a reputation of my own now, and I have a brand of my own now, and it shows. And so hopefully this is motivational to you. But yeah, when I finally sat down and I did the math, it made more sense for me to pay rent somewhere and cover the cost and make all the money. So hope you guys like this video. Thanks for watching my update. Follow for more.